Okay, I don't know if you've been catching any, because people probably think that you and I talk all the time. The truth is, we're like drug addicts. Like when we do get together, it's very hard to get us to shut up. We stayed up almost 2 entire nights when we had our little slumber party last week at your house, or a couple weeks ago at your house. And one night we absolutely sat up the entire night. Like we watched the sunrise together after talking nonstop the entire night, because we didn't take this thing lightly. This was a big deal to us. And so, of course, there's going to be there's a ton of celebration. A lot of people are very happy. A lot of people especially like our criteria on what the word hot means. Describe for us, Anne-Marie, besides the obstacle here, what exactly our definition was when we made this list for the word hot, because this is not a fleshly thing to us, and I want to lay that out, because I don't know about you, but I've caught some backlash. You shouldn't be focused. I'm like, did you look at our guys? Because they're probably not going to be the cover men for a lot of places, but they're hot to us because why?
Number 1, intelligence.
Yeah.
Number 2, courage, passion. Looks are farther down. Sense of humor is even before looks. Looks, to me, I would rather see a really great brain than brawn.
Yeah.
And that's every single man on that list represents exactly that.
Exactly. And I think it's really important that we say that, because I people, the word hot, just so you know, it's out there. And so we can all be all fuddy-duddy and all freaked out by the use of the word hot amongst conservatives, but let me just assure you, it's out there, and it means a lot of different things. So why not claim victory in that and say, hey, this is, you take our rainbow, you take everything else we got. You're not taking the word hot from us. If we're going to have a word hot, we're going to define what it means. It means intelligent. It means convicted. It means passionate in your convictions. It means you have a sense of humor, and you keep yourself clean and you shower. Right? That's not too much to ask. So tell us about the hot list, how we came to decide. It was very hard.
It was not easy at all. And we're all we're very, very strong, independent women.
With strong opinions.
With strong opinions. And, I mean, conservatives in general, we're not collectivists. We like to be our own islands. We like to own our own worlds.
So what you're saying is by the end of the night, when we stayed up all night trying to decide this, we all really wanted our own separate list of Superman.
It would be a very different list if each one of us had our own.
It would be. But still, it's funny, I'll get people, why am I not on your list? I'm like, you were on my list. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It was a democracy. Yeah. And this is what's wrong with the democracy, is that
it is. It's horrible.
It is, because there were people that you really wanted on there that aren't on there, and there were people I really wanted on there that aren't
and
on
Scotty
there.
And Bev and Morgan, all of us.
Exactly, all of us, and that's the way that goes. Now, let's talk about how we came to the final list. We've got Zoe Rachel. He's the top of the list.
Yep.
We love Zoe. I mean, that was one you and I absolutely agreed on. And the other women, of course, were
by far the most votes than any of
because he's kind of the total package. Explain that.
He is number 1. He's smart. He's able to convey our message in a way that all of us need to do. We all need to be able to. What is that? There's us. Thank you, Jason. That's cool. Do I want them? I want to see you. Zoe is able to just lay it out there. He puts his heart and soul out there. He's brave. He's fearless. He's funny. He's all those things.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's also very handsome.
He's very handsome.
He is.
And he's very happily married, and we love his wife. And we ought to add that, because she's really close. We like her.
And my Mr. Obstacle over there is here, and he, to me, represents everything on that list and much more. But he wasn't allowed to be on this one. We need to have a
I even tried to inject
list.
in the former politicians. I even tried to inject heavy Senator John Loudon. But we have to stand by our men, right? Because that's what conservative women do. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, another good friend of Politics TV, fighting for America most of his life, as you point out. Bill Whittle, number 3. Yep. Evan Sayet said he should have been number 1.
That Bill should have been number 1?
He did. He said Bill Whittle.
Bill said the same thing. That's a coincidence. Wow.
So next time, if we let them vote, we'll know that Bill will be number 1.
Well,
now,
Bill Whittle also said that our list was racist. So there you go.
Bill Whittle said our list was racist? How was our list racist?
Yes, he said it was absolute. He said the top 15 is racist.
Oh.
We're called that anyway, so sure, why not?
Why not? We might as well just go ahead and claim that.
We might
and
as well.
own that like we're owning the word hug.
Yeah.
Right.
And I want the words hope and change back, too.
Yes.
Those were our words.
Those are our words.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, conservative change sounds so much better than liberal change, don't you think?
Yeah.
Just something about that. Like liberal change, you're picturing like money going away from you.
Yeah.
And conservative change sounds like it might be coming back.
And I like the word progs for them.
Me too.
Because I like the word progressive. I used to like the word progressive, but calling them progs just sounds like frogs. I like that. So I think
like
we
it
should
too.
start doing that instead of liberals.
I
like
agree.
progs.
I agree. Is there anyone now in retrospect that you think about, you think, oh, we forgot? Just honest.
Oh, a lot of people have been, bringing some of them to light. Mark Tapson, a brilliant, brilliant writer. PJ O'Rourke should have been on the list. I mean, there are a lot
We're
of
so
them.
human. And there are how many names in all on this hottest conservative Superman?
5,223.
What?
Yes.
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
There are a lot.
A
There were so
lot.
many. And if you look, I had to link. I'm the editor of the site. So
Yes.
I had to link every
I
single one. I had
know.
to look up everything. Every day, my poor husband would come in and he's like, "You're looking at men again. Why are you doing that?" I'm trying to find the hottest pictures of these guys I could
That
find.
you take her home. That's all that
That's
matters.
right.
Yeah, and that is so true. I thought that is the first thought that went through my mind, and I think I immediately sent you a text. Is anyone who writes knows how long it took you to come up with all those pictures and all those links, and
Yep.
it was quite a big undertaking. But as far as I know, Politics was the first one to come out with a conservative hot men list.
Right Wing News has their own. They have their own version. They
Of
also
hot
do
men?
a hot. Yeah, they do a hot win. I think theirs is coming out this week, and I did not know that. And so, John, I'm sorry that we jumped you, but that's the game.
Yes,
Ouch.
and I knew about that list too, but
his
it
is
didn't come
just
out
like a top
first.
20, I
but he
think.
did the hot. He kind of started
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
John kind of started that.
But his is just ours is a big, giant, major, overwhelming kind of thing. We tried to, and we're going to do another one. We also missed musicians. We can have a whole nother one just like this.
We could, and we could do
Yeah.
funny. I mean, there's so
Yeah,
many
comedians.
avenues to take this. But the big
Evan
thing
could
is,
be number one in the comedian list.
could, but don't let him know that,
No.
because I think if he knows that, Anne Marie,
Oh, no,
he
no.
will so hold us
Oh.
to that. And then since
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
democracy, if the other judges don't vote that way, we're sunk,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
what's
You
next
edit
for?
that out.
I want to talk just a little bit about
Can you edit
politics.
that out?
Yeah,
edit
it's
that,
it's
please.
gone.
The dump
Here,
button.
I hit the
Thank
button.
you.
There, right
Appreciate
there.
that.
It's gone.
What's next for Politics? I might know of some things, but always exciting things happening because you are so creative as the founder. I guess founder. Can I call you founder?
I'm not the founder. Liberty Alliance came up with the concept.
okay.
But I was one of the original Politics.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I jumped on board, I guess about a year and a half ago-ish.
Yep.
And we've gone through some transitions, and there are always exciting things in our future. Tell the audience what is up next for Politics.tv.
Well, we've got the gun. We're giving away a gun at the end
That
of this
is
month.
exciting.
We're
I'm going to
giving
try
away
and
the
cheat and
beautiful
win
pink-
that, by the way.
You can't do that.
But I
It
could
would
have
look
my
so
I could be
bad
like
for us.
I could be like those like our congressmen who go ahead and buy stocks when they have the insider information after they've been in meetings with the Fed, and they go ahead and have their wives buy the stock.
Sure.
I could do that.
Sure.
Like my
Yeah, I guess
husband,
so.
he might want a pink gun.
You
don't
will
know.
have to change you'll have to change parties if you do that. That's the rule.
Real men shoot
You're
pink
gonna
guns.
You know, those bullets are not pink. Bullets are pretty serious.
So we've got that. And how can folks register if they want that gun?
Just go to politichicks.tv, just sign up for our newsletter. So it's kind of a win-win. Even if you don't win the gun this time, then you'll get updates from the beautiful Dr. Gina Loudon, and you will hear from Morgan and all of our writers who are staying on Benghazi and
Oh, my
Egypt and
gosh.
IRS.
The writers, let's talk about
Yeah.
them for a moment, honestly,
I love
because
them.
I
got
mean,
chills.
I did too. I have never met such an amazing group of women, and why does this sound like patting ourselves on the back? But really, we're
It's
not.
not.
We're really talking about them because they really are Politics
Oh, yeah.
TV. We
Yes.
are simply figureheads
Yep.
and
Yep.
pawns, is what I always like to call myself. And you work like a dog on it. I show up when you ask me to. That's pretty much what I do. But the writers, the women who are out there investigating these stories, breaking these stories, people should never miss a day of Politics
I know.
news.
I agree.
It's amazing.
I'm in awe of these women.
Mm-hmm.
They're the citizen journalists. They're moms. They're out
Mm-hmm.
there. Really, they're working with their schools. They're working against Common Core.
Yes.
Yikes. I mean, there are some.
They're on the front lines.
They're on the front lines, and a lot of them. A lot of them are going through depression lately. There are
A
several.
lot of conservatives are going
A
through
lot
that.
of conservatives. Well, it started after the elections, of course.
Sure.
But it's overwhelming sometimes, and we have to keep pumping ourselves up and reminding each other that even if our country fails, please, Lord, no, we have to stay strong. We have to remain standing.
Well, and I think
to the
that's
very
what's
end.
even extra cool about Politichicks is that we do claim that victory, and that we know who's on the throne,
Yeah.
and that that is the direction we look. That's the,
And you
that's-
don't mean Obama. just to be clear there.
I don't mean Obama.
No.
Anne Marie, thank you so much for all you do with Politichicks.tv. It's always an honor to have you, especially in studio. We'd love to have you back when you can get here. Check it out, Politichicks picks the hottest conservative supermen in America. We stand by it, and we're cool reclaiming our words as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anne Marie, for being in studio with us. Coming up next, we have California's declared candidate for governor with the GOP. That is Tim Donnelly. Coming up right after this. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned.